And blessed to be a part of your day. Kevin Miller in the morning here at KIDO Talk Radio, joined by security guard Mike at the Nampa Walmart here at Garrity and Franklin, urging people to come out. Clothes for kids. We need your tax-deductible donations. We need so much as we kick off the summer campaign for the Boise Rescue Mission.
Hi, Kevin Miller. It's great to be here with Miller's Mission and Monday morning.
A little early for you, huh, security guard Mike?
Oh, yeah, it's a little early, but I had to drop my car off this morning, and my boss said I could come in a little bit late, so I'm dropping my car off up the road here for some repairs and stuff. But anyway, it's great to be here with Kevin Miller on a great Monday morning at Miller's Mission, and it's going to be great. People are coming in and starting to roll in here and going to help out the Boise Rescue Mission. It's going to be great, raising money all week with Kevin Miller and helping out people who are in a little bit of need of a hand up and on their way to better and greater things.
Indeed, security guard Mike. We take a look at where we should be looking at coming up. Obviously, the summer is where we want to ask people to donate and certainly to help others as well. So, security guard Mike, we appreciate you. You hanging out? Are you leaving, or what are you doing?
Well, I got to roll on up and get ready to go to work. I got to drop my car off and go on into work. And you have a wonderful day. And it was great to see you at the Idaho's largest garage sale the other day. Fantastic.
You and I both got some sun at Idaho's largest
beautiful,
garage sale.
Baby.
Yes.
All right. Hey, everybody, come on down and help donate to the Boise Rescue Mission and Kevin Miller's and Miller's Mission. All right. Thank you.
Kelsey, why don't you have a seat here as we start off Miller's Mission. Actually, this stuff is mine here.
Oh.
Kelsey joining us from the Boise Rescue Mission, Miller's Mission. What does the summer mean for everyone at the Rescue Mission?
You know, business is booming at the Rescue Mission during the summer, too. You know, it's hot out, it's nice out. For those of us who have a cool place to go, but for our guests who don't have a cool place to go, it's not fun this summer. And, you know, when we think about the folks on the street, you know, during the winter and during the holidays, but it can be hard to remember the people in need in the summer when we're out with vacationing with our family and enjoying the sun and having air conditioning. So we just want to meet that need here in the Treasure Valley and love the folks and the kiddos who come in our doors.
Right, and that's where you come in. We're living at the Walmart here on Garrity and Franklin Boulevard in Nampa until Saturday night at 6 o'clock. I want to thank our friends at Camping World, Team Mazda Subaru, and the Boise Rescue Mission. This is a spring fundraiser, brand awareness, and like we said, before you go out and have a good time, why not stop by and donate? Certainly, we need some sunscreen, lots of sunscreen. We need some swimming suits. And, Kelsey, we need especially some sheets and towels. Is that right?
That's right. You wouldn't believe how quickly we go through towels, washcloths, twin bed sheets, pillowcases, and we want them to have nice, not threadbare, you know, stuff that needs thrown away. We want them to have some new stuff. We want to be able to replace it and for it to last. So we're excited to have people come down and purchase a towel or a twin bed set here at the Walmart on Garrity.
Right, and we will be here all the time till about 6 or 7 or 8 at night. I'll be living here, but we will be here, and we would love to see you. And, you know, year after year we do this. What are your thoughts as we get ready to spend another week of adventure, excitement, enthusiasm, and giving here with the folks in the Treasure Valley?
I'm just thinking about those amazing kids that we're going to get to serve and watching them have new summer clothes, watching them get out and learn to swim and have sunscreen to wear, to have snacks to give them and juice boxes and all the things that it's going to take to make that work. It's your listeners that provide that stuff.
All the things that we take for granted.
It's a necessity, and they need all 3 meals. They need everything. Flip-flops, all the stuff that your kiddos need, the kids at the Rescue Mission need too.
You call them kiddos, we call them
KIDOs.
Kidos.
Kiddo, kiddo.
Yes,
you say kiddo, I say kiddo,
yes,
you know.
Yes, at KIDO Talk Radio on 107.5 FM and 580 AM. Kelly is joining us. This is, I think, her second or third Miller's Mission. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to have you with us. Your thoughts on the summer?
You know, one thing that I love about the mission is it's awesome watching when the kids come in, who they are when they come in, and then watching them grow as they develop and they feel safe and they feel loved and secure. And they, you know, you see God in their lives, and it's really amazing.
And God in your life?
Yeah, definitely.
Can you share that with us?
The God in my life? Well, the mission is where God got a hold of my life. He's where everything changed when I went to the Boise Rescue Mission. My whole life, I'm a whole new person.
I can tell. Anything else that you'd like to share with us today as far as the people that will benefit from the donations that we're asking for?
There's, a lot of moms with kids that are going to benefit. You're reaching out, and it doesn't just, when one life changes, it's a ripple effect, and it changes the lives around them also. So I would want to say thank you to everyone that's donating.
Okay. Well, thank you, Kelly. Appreciate you. 580-5436, 580-KIDO. Big deal over the weekend. Obviously, this Texas shooting. We'll take your calls on it at 580-5436, 580-KIDO.
Some interesting speculation about a possible motive. The mother of the first student to be shot, allegedly the first student to be shot, Shanna Fisher, told the L.A. Times that her daughter had been pestered for 4 months by the shooter as he expressed a romantic interest in her. She apparently refused him repeatedly, and out of frustration with his continued advances, finally embarrassed him in class a week before the shooting. We don't know how that was done precisely. The mother didn't go into details. Dimitri was especially sadistic in carrying out his acts, shouting war whoops with each person that fell down, woo-hoo, and then he also sang the line to the song, "Another One Bites the Dust," with each victim that fell.
And there we're learning these disturbing details. And people talked about it over the weekend, and our thoughts are this, and I was watching the Sunday shows, and people were saying, well, it's time to stop this. Are we willing to make schools a hard target? Are we willing to put in metal detectors? And there are metal detectors in some inner city schools in the country. You have security guards patting people down. Well, Kevin, that's invading people's freedom. I don't know about invading people's freedom. I do know that it's keeping kids safe. And when we hear about this tragedy in Texas, and then what goes on in our mind, well, Kevin Miller, thank God the school year is over. Thank God that we made it out here in Idaho. That shouldn't be the case, right? That should never be the case. But when you're thinking about keeping kids safe, keeping folks safe in movie theaters, at schools, what goes on in your mind? To me, I look at it this way on 107.5 FM and 580 AM, that it's time to take a look at protecting schools, at arming teachers, at other issues, right? Let's hear more at KIDO Talk Radio.
After the shooting, Governor Greg Abbott said he had just written a policy paper on gun safety. Now he wants to hold roundtables this week to talk about ways to stop gun violence.
These include things like speeding background checks. They also include strategies to keep guns out of the hands of those who pose an immediate danger.
He also wants to provide more resources to address mental health problems.
They do include providing more resources to schools to have safety personnel that are needed to respond, but also what you might call hardening of schools.
Santa Fe High School's district has its own police force and 2 officers assigned to the school. The lieutenant governor said it may be time to rethink school access and limit the number of ways on and off school campuses. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
So coming up at 580-5436, 580-KIDO, 2 things. We want to get your feedback on this, on protecting schools, protecting children, what can be done. And our old favorite topic of gun-free zones, that's number 1. Number 2, I want you to take a look at the idea of metal detectors, of arming folks, of the real first responders, the educators, and whether or not you'd be comfortable with that. Those are the topics we're talking about this morning. Your reaction to the shootings, the school shootings in Texas, number 1. And as we move along, it is Miller's Mission, Clothes for Kids. We're asking you to make a difference into the lives of the folks here in the Treasure Valley. We're at the Walmart, Garrity and Franklin, or you can donate online anytime at boiseRM.org. Now, coming up, you're going to hear folks from the Boise Rescue Mission, both from the studio and here at Miller's Mission. We do this twice a year, and we'd urge you to please give, right? Clothes for Kids. Help us make a difference in the lives of Treasure Valley kids. So coming up next, we'll hear from you, we'll hear from more folks here, and we'll continue to work to fight to make our community the best that it can be. If you're new to Idaho, stop by and join us. We would love to see you. Kevin Miller, KIDO Talk Radio.
Life before the rescue mission, when I was in my addiction, was very desperate, scary, lonely, just overall messed up. I struggled for the longest time with a bitterness that after I lost a lot of my loved ones, that I didn't feel self-worth because they didn't want to help me. But what I've learned through being at the mission and through all the staff and all my friends and everything else is, instead of like leaning on somebody else, I can use the power that the Lord gives me to do it myself. It's one of the best gifts I could have ever asked for, because I mean, it's what I needed. It's what I needed to continue going through life. And I mean, it saved my life. Well, I have a 4-year-old daughter, and I count my blessings that I got into this when she was at this stage in life and still young, so I can still have the rest of my life with her. But I mean, other than that, it's teaching me to take responsibility, to be accountable, to just be the best father and potential future husband that I can be. I never actually realized how wonderful service could feel, but I mean, an actual like selfless service. So, I mean, it feels great. It feels like you're actually doing something and treating people with love and compassion and just helping people. I would say that your donations mean so much to so many people and change so many lives, and the work that they do at the mission, it honestly saves lives every day. A meal is important just because it sustains. It keeps people going. Any kind of help that people can get, they appreciate, and it helps them with their life. And I think that's what the mission does, is it keeps people going.
And here we are, keeping people going. Kevin Miller at KIDO Talk Radio. We're back. Miller's Mission. By the way, we are taking your phone calls on 580 AM, 107.5 FM at 580-5436. 580-KIDO, your reaction to what happened in Texas, school safety, school security as well.
We need not wait for the perfect answer. I don't know what the perfect solution is, but I do know if we do nothing, if we remain where we have always remained, other students will lose their lives.
And there we have it, what to do to prevent school shootings.
We offer prayers, but the question then becomes, where do we go from here? Because there comes a point in time that when we've offered prayers, we have to stand up and we have to put those prayers to work.
Indeed, of course, if you take a look at the books and everything else, the law books, there are thousands of laws preventing people from using weapons violently and at schools and at airports, and yet we still have this issue happening. We'd love to get your feedback on it at 580-5436. 580-KIDO. Coming up, we're going to hear from our friends at the Boise Rescue Mission. By the way, Miller's Mission kicking off today. We're living at the Walmart Garrity and Franklin. Thank you to Team Mazda Subaru, Camping World, and the Boise Rescue Mission. Traffic and weather together. Do want to remind you, till 9 o'clock, our friend Larry Gebbert will be here from Channel 7. So if you want to stop by and meet Larry, give him a hug, you can do that as well. But make sure you donate to the Boise Rescue Mission. Clothes for Kids. Everything is tax deductible. They receive no government funding. So everything that they do, all the magic that you hear about, is through your local donations. And whether it's a swimsuit, whether it's sheets, we need your help here. And sunscreen, lots of sunscreen. And by the way, Nampa Garrity, just head out 84, past Meridian, take the Garrity Road exit. You'll see the big Walmart, and you'll see our facility here, thanks to Joseph King. Tabitha joins me now from the Boise Rescue Mission. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, you have such a lovely smile. Tell us a little bit about what goes on at the Boise Rescue Mission, how it's impacted your life.
Well, it's completely changed my life. When I first came there, I was in total despair. My daughter and I were living from hotel to hotel, just completely lost. We didn't think that there was any hope in life. I was ready to die, and it didn't even matter that my daughter was by my side. I was totally lost. And now I have hope. I'm able to raise my daughter in a safe home and focus on God every day. And thanks to the Boise Rescue Mission, my daughter has everything that she needs, and she's thriving in school. She has straight A's for the first time all year. She's had straight A's. They've supplied all of her school supplies, everything that she needs, and I can focus on getting my life straight and my relationship with God.
And for people that aren't familiar with, I mean, people come to Idaho the whole time. What's it like at the Boise Rescue Mission? What's it like raising a child there and such?
I thought it was going to be hard at first, but it's really not. They help. There's kids program, so she's able to go to school, and then they take her after school, and they have homework clubs, so she gets help with all of her homework, and if she's struggling anything, they'll get her a tutor. During the summer, they have summer programs, so while parents are working or doing what they have to be doing, the kids are provided for, and they have fun activities, and they still keep an education going for the kids throughout the summer so they don't lose it. It's wonderful, and there's 3 meals a day, there's hot showers, there's warm beds, there's blankets, there's love and
right.
God.
And that's where you come in, folks, to make a difference. Please help us, BoiseRM.org, online anytime, or stop by and see us. When you get these donations, Tabitha, what does it mean to be on the receiving end?
It's life or death for us. You know, when we're on the streets, we don't have food. We don't have clothes. Everything that we wear is donated. Everything we eat is donated. The fact that we have somewhere that we can shower and we can sleep and we have a pillow to lay our heads or we have a toothbrush to brush our teeth, that's donated. Everything we have.
In a safe place.
Yes.
All right. Anything else you'd like to share with us today?
I just want to thank everyone who's made it possible for us to live and survive and to give us hope. I just want to say thank you.
Well, thank you for showing up a little early this morning.
Yes.
Thank you, Tabitha. Our best to you. Kelsey joins us once again from the Boise Rescue Mission. These are stories where, you know, the extraordinary it just happens each and every day.
It is, and I think about Tabitha and her beautiful daughter and just the woman that she's becoming. I get to serve her in the teen ministry and just the obstacles she's overcome, and she's such a strong young lady, and I see her reach out to the other kids and just be a beacon of light, and it's because of the donors.
And this is where the donations make such a difference, folks. BoiseRM.org, or you can stop by and see all our friends here today. This morning we'll be here till Saturday at 6. You're a veteran of these things. It's amazing how the momentum builds, and you know, you have your own little following that comes out to see you, whether it's Tea Party Bob or Terry or a lot of the contributors. Yes, you smile when I mention their names. I don't really smile, but you do.
Them.
Yes,
yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see everybody and just see what God does. I mean, this is a miracle. Obviously, it's your heart and your love for the rescue mission and the station's love, but it really shows when they come out, and it's just flowing out of them, and it's the donors and it's the people who show up. That's where the magic happens.
And we would love for you to make that happen this summer, Kelsey. Thank you. Kevin Miller here. Phone numbers 580-5436, 580-KIDO. So, number one, this is our week to be here at the Walmart. We want to thank the folks at Walmart. Every year they make this happen. We want to thank our promotions team, Joseph King, George, Jacob, and the crew. They physically take over the Walmart parking lot. Camping World for giving us a great place to stay, our mobile broadcast studio, Tate's Rents, Camping World, Team Mazda Subaru. Couldn't do it without Aaron and Rob, and of course our friends at the Boise Rescue Mission. So again, our primary focus throughout the week will be here. Stop by, and this is a long week for us because the talk show never ends. We get done at 9 o'clock, but this year we're going to be doing some Periscope, some Facebook Live, some Twitter as well. So the show won't end. It usually doesn't end at 9 o'clock anyway, but we'll be going online, so check us out there, number one. Number two, we are still talking about the issues that matter to you, and that is keeping kids, keeping everybody safe in light of what happened in Texas. Your call's next with me, Kevin Miller, 580-5436, 580-KIDO. You're listening to KIDO Talk Radio. Good morning, Maggie. I do want to thank everyone for coming out, and we're going to be here tonight until the very latest. Thanks to our friends at Camping World, but thank you in advance for helping our friends at the Boise Rescue Mission. Phone numbers on 107.5 FM, 580 AM, 580-5436, 580-KIDO. And coming up, much more on keeping kids safe, keeping school security, your reaction to what happened in Texas, and the plot to impeach the president. All that before 9 o'clock this morning. Tammy joins us now from the Boise Rescue Mission. Tammy, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us here at KIDO Talk Radio. So when you're out and about in these campaigns, soliciting funds, asking for help, what does it mean for you?
Well, for me, it means that I get to see children and moms taken care of during the summer, which people don't realize can be some of the hardest months when you're homeless. Another thing that people don't think about is that moms who have kids in school, as that school year wraps up and they start stressing out about how they're going to pay for daycare for the summer, we have an amazing program that takes kids in and keeps them busy all summer long so our guests can continue to work and save that money that they need to get back on their feet.
That's easier said than done, isn't it?
To save the money and get back on their feet? It is. It seems like, with our ladies, every time they feel like they're a couple steps ahead, life throws them a curveball, whether it's daycare costs or a broken down car or something. But we want to continue to walk alongside our guests and do everything that we can so they can continue to make that savings.
What's a day like at City Light Home for Women and Children?
It can be a little bit stressful. It's very busy because we have a lot of guests, but they come in around 4 o'clock and they get dinner and a shower. And we go through chapel and prayer time and showers and chores and stuff. But when you have 70 people in a building, it can be very stressful on a family.
What's it like, though, for the working poor?
For the working poor? It's just tough. It's tough when I see a lot of moms who are working 40, 50 hours a week, but they're only making $8 or $9 an hour. And when they're paying those daycare costs and car insurance and everything that I think people pay and they don't really think about while they're trying to save money, and the rent prices are so high right now. So where we used to have to save to like $1,500, $1,800, I have to have moms save to close to $3,000 before they can start looking for a place now.
So that's where a donation of a swimsuit or sunscreen would make a big difference?
Yeah, those are things that we use for kids program. Like I said, where kids can go to kids program and they get to go swimming and they get to go to the zoo and they get to go to jump time, and the moms don't have to pay for that. So as opposed to taking $700 out of their savings to pay for a month's worth of child care, then we take the kids and they go with Kelsey and they go with Kendall and they get to do those activities, and mom gets to keep that money in her savings account to go towards housing.
Tammy, anything else you'd like to share with us?
I am just so grateful that you're helping us out and that the community comes out to support us time and time again. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Tammy. Great job. Kelsey joins us as we take a look at why we're here for Miller's Mission. And in the fall, it's turkeys, but in the summer, it's a little different. People are going on vacation, having a good time, and we'd love for you to come by and donate. Idaho is such a blessed state right now, the fastest growing, but there's a segment of the population that, wants to have that home, wants to have that house.
That's the great thing about Boise Rescue Mission is we do require our guests to move towards life change, and we equip them to do the hard work themselves. And so they get case managers like Tammy to help walk alongside them and find out what's going to help them become self-sufficient. And last year alone, over 650 people were able to do that, able to become self-sufficient on their own. And they're out now donating. They're coming down. They're stopping by. We see them out here. They're doing the right thing, the next right thing. And so it takes all of us to help give them that hand up.
And that's where you come in, boiserm.org, online anytime, or stop by and see us. We love talking to people.
Yeah, keep us from getting bored.
Well, one of us loves talking to people.
Well, we don't want to drive each other crazy, so somebody come out and hang out with us, please. Or else we have to talk to each other, and then that's really bad.
Spoken like a veteran of many Miller's missions. Kelsey, thank you very much. We appreciate you as always.
I appreciate you. Thanks again.
We continue on. Phone numbers here, 580-5436, 580-KIDO. The governor of Texas, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, was on This Week, And they said, what's it about? Who's to blame for this Santa Fe shooting? And his answer was very, very telling. And we're going to take a look at that. And we'll take your calls at 580-5436. Plus, Bernie Sanders says it's time to impeach the president, and he's going to share his plan with us. How exciting for that. But let's hear from the Lieutenant Governor of Texas, Dan Patrick, right? Let's hear what he has to say.
In Texas, we believe in our Second Amendment. We believe in our Constitution of freedom and our First, our Second, and 10th Amendment. We believe in our Constitution. That's what we stand on.
Of course, you don't hear that from our friends in the media. Of course, you don't hear anything at all. We'll get back to that file.
Gun regulation, gun control, I believe, starts at home, George. Every person who owns a gun must be accountable for their guns at home. We don't know all the facts yet, but this particular young man got his guns in some way from his parents' home. You should have your guns locked up. It's against the law in Texas to let any loaded gun get in the hands of a child.
And there we have it. The conversation continues at 580-5436, 580-KIDO.
Yes, I've been criticized by saying we should have fewer entrances. Look, you need all the exits, fire exits you need. But we should have eyes on students walking into our schools. This student walked in with a gun under a trench coat Friday, and no one in law enforcement stopped him. We can't guard every entrance of the 8,000-plus schools we have in Texas, but we can guard one or two.
And there we have it. That not only hits in Texas, but that hits in Idaho. And finally, it comes down to who do you blame? I mean, really, who do you blame for this deadly school shooting?
No one with a gun is going to walk into a school or anywhere else and bring our state to our knees. We have to look at our culture of violence, just our violent society, our Facebook, our Twitter, the bullying of adults on adults and children on children. We have to look at ourselves, George. It's not about the guns. It's about us.
And there we have it. Is it about us or is it about the guns? We'll talk about that coming up. Also, Bernie Sanders was on the big Fox over the weekend talking about impeachment and the NRA. You're thinking, Kevin Miller, can I wake up to any good news? Well, yes, we're here at Miller's Mission with our friends from the Boise Rescue Mission, our summer campaign, getting ready for the Memorial Day weekend, and they have wonderful programs for veterans. They have wonderful programs for kids, and we would love for you to come by and donate. Maybe go to the Walmart here, Garrity and Franklin, get a great deal on some swimsuits for kids, and donate those. A tax-deductible cash donation is always welcomed as well.
The problem that we've got is we're trying like the Dickens to treat the symptom without treating the disease. And the disease in this case isn't the Second Amendment. The disease is youngsters who are steeped in a culture of violence. They've been drugged in many cases. Nearly all of these perpetrators are male, and they're young teenagers in most cases. And they've come through a culture where violence is commonplace.
And there we have it. That, of course, is Ollie North. Colonel Oliver North, retired U.S. Marine. You remember him from Iran-Contra. You remember him from Fox News. Now he is the president of the NRA on Fox News Sunday, which you can catch on 580 AM and 107.5 FM, or as we like to say, KIDO Talk Radio, and making his case along with Dan Patrick, the Lieutenant Governor of Texas, saying, look, there is a culture that permeates it, and we have to stop it. And that's why we proudly support faith-based groups, whether it's the Boise Rescue Mission, whether it's St. Vincent de Paul, whether it's whomever that believes in God and makes a difference. And that's why we're here, and that's what needs to happen. Of course, you're hearing the chorus where we have to do this, we have to do that. I think it's always good to take a breath before we come up with new laws. Now, Senator Ted Cruz had this to say. Remember, he is from Texas.
We know that we are going to hear the bravery that manifested in the face of evil. Bravery that we know was done, at least in some instances, at great cost and great sacrifice, including the sacrifice of people's own lives.
580-5436, Kevin Miller, KIDO Talk Radio. Thank you, Ray Amaya. Kevin Miller here. We will be here till Saturday at 6 o'clock. Couldn't do it without so many people, and even though the name is Miller's Mission, I do want to acknowledge the team at our parent company, Town Square Media, Joseph King, George, Jacob, all the people that make this happen, at the people at Walmart. We're here. Stop by and see us, and please donate. Clothes for kids is what we're asking for. Cash would be helpful and tax deductible. Peggy joins us from the Boise Rescue Mission. Peggy, good to have you with us once again.
Oh, thank you, Kevin. And first of all, thank you very much for being here, and thank you for KIDO Radio for supporting us.
Well, it is our privilege. So what's it like to be part of the Boise Rescue Mission family? Most of us live in our cul-de-sac kind of enclave lives, but you guys dedicate your lives to making the lives of women and children and men and veterans better.
I would say it's a miracle every day. Kevin, I started working at the mission 8.5 years ago in the emergency shelter part, the night-by-night shelter. And all I wanted to do was be the receptionist, because that was me. I could do office work. But when I was asked to start working with the ladies and the kids, I reluctantly said, well, okay. But I started working, and my eyes really opened. It really opened. A few things that I did, because that wasn't my background. My background was office. I just wanted to help. Just like so many of our volunteers, they want to help. And by golly, we couldn't make it without them. But for me, the stories that were the light bulbs that came on working at the shelter was one particular morning. I was working the morning shift, letting the people out at 8 o'clock, and there was a mom and her little boy, and they wanted to, she wanted to leave, and her little boy just kept hiding in the bushes, and he started crying. And he didn't want to go out. And she was trying to get him and trying to chase him. And finally she got him. But his words, he said, Mom, I'm so tired of walking. And that's when a light bulb, it's like, it's not just the adults that are walking. It's the kids every day. So if you see a mom, it's the kids. And the Boise Rescue Mission is just stepped up. It's just an amazing place. I mean, we have back to school programs, helping everybody get ready for their backpacks and their clothing, and we have after school study programs. So when the kids come in,
sure. And this is all due to your donations. No government funding. Why don't you make a difference? We would really appreciate it. And more with Peggy coming up next. But again, changing lives. Maybe you don't have time to come down and volunteer, but we're talking about people right here in the Treasure Valley where it makes the most difference. And we're not talking about, if you're new to the area, we're not talking about a handout, but truly at the Boise Rescue Mission, it's a hand up. Traffic and weather. Peggy, anything else that you would like to share with us here this morning?
Actually, can I just mention all the programs that we have, or some of the programs that we have for the kids? Is that fine? We have the after school study where the kids can go after school. We have our college road trip where we take the kids during the summertime and they're out for like a mini vacation, but seeing all the colleges. We have staff available for the kids. I mean, we have a lot of programs for the kids, and we can't do what we do for the ladies.
Right, without you, donate now, BoiseRM.org. Thank you.
Yes.